Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Eddie Rodriguez, and I am a public relations professional based out of Miami, Florida. Um, I am also a music producer, graduated from Full Sail University in 2014, and now I am in their public relations master's program, which I would should be done by the end of January next year. I am also a U.S. Army veteran. I went to Iraq in 2003 through 2004. I was in the Army for about 10 years, almost a little bit over 10 years. And my last 3 years, I was a drill sergeant in the United States Army, and that's why I really became acquainted pretty much with healthy eating and having a better or healthier lifestyle. Now, what is considered a healthy lifestyle? Well, according to the World Health Organization, a healthy lifestyle is is a way of living that lowers the risk of being seriously ill or dying early. So basically, having a healthy lifestyle is what is going to prevent you from being sick throughout most of your life or even dying early. And you may ask, why is it important to have a healthy lifestyle? And the answer to that is because a healthy lifestyle can open so many doors for you as of the way you look at yourself, the way others look at you, and so many other ways, like the way you look at yourself and you feel about yourself. Um, One of the things that I did when I was in the army, I used to exercise a lot. I was a drill sergeant for my last 3 years, so I used to get up really, really early in the morning by between 4 and 4:30. I used to be at work already, so that meant that I used to get up at like 3:50, 3:45, almost 4 o'clock every morning, and I would be at work till 9, 10 o'clock at night. Go to sleep, wake up the next day at the same time, go home back again at the same time. And you basically have to do this every day for 6 weeks without having a day off. And one of the things that helped me out a lot was the fact that we were doing exercises every morning. We would run 3 to 4 miles every morning. Well, not every morning, but every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays we used to run. And Tuesdays and Thursdays we used to do muscle failure, which is basically just either lifting weights or doing push-ups, sit-ups, and all other types of exercises. Um, and this can drain you pretty fast, doing all these exercises if you don't eat the right type of food, or the food is prepared in a certain way. And that's the reason why every time you go to a military school, uh, they feed you like crazy, like the food that they prepare is not delicious, it's not good. I wouldn't say that it's not good, but it's not to my tasting. But it's very healthy, it's very healthy to eat that food because they know that you've been doing exercises, all day. And, some of these exercises here, they're tough on your body, but they're also tough on your mind, So they have to give you the right food for you to be able to function during the day. So, staying in that topic about foods, we're gonna ahead and talk about what foods are, best for you to eat and what can you do to get this type of foods. You don't have to. Um, right now, I'm a student, just like everybody else in here. Um, I don't have a full-time job, but I have some income coming in, and yeah, it's not the best. I'm not in the best position. That I can be right now, but I am in a position where I can actually go out and either get fresh fruits and foods, or I can actually get something that is close to it, which is kind of nice that I found this online earlier during this week. Even the CDC gives you choices. The CDC website, cdc.gov, gives you some tips and some other things that you could do if you are of lower income, your family is of lower income family, or if you yourself are a low income person, are not able to go get this expensive fruit that you can find in the supermarket sometimes. The CDC tells you that you can actually buy frozen and canned fruits, which they're pretty cheap. You know, buying a can of, let's say, a can of mixed fruits might cost you a dollar 50 at the store, and you know that's fruit. Yeah, there some of them might be dehydrated, or they can come in that syrup, and you think that syrup is all sugars and stuff, but it's not. You know, if the CDC tells you to that it is a good buy, I think that you should buy it. You know, not to say, you know, always giving into what the government tells you to do, but I think this is some good information. You know, you can go to the CDC page and get all these tips and all these recipes for food and you know and try out your own recipes and make your own meals, you know, and do all this stuff. I know some of you might be busy during the day and don't have the time to, you know, come back home and cook a meal, or you know, put something in the oven, or do stuff like this. So most people usually go to McDonald's, they go to fast food restaurants, and that's when the problem begins, you know. Right now I'd rather have a cup of yogurt instead of sitting down and eating some pork chops or eating, you know, something fried. uh, but at the same time, you know, I have to eat. So when I do eat it, I try to eat lower portions. You know, I try to change my portions. Uh, a few months ago, we were eating here at my house, and we were using pretty big plates. You know, like regular plates that are like 8 inches long. So after reading a few things online, I decided to go ahead and go to the store and get smaller plates. So we decided to start eating from smaller plates, and I have seen how eating makes me feel better now because I'm eating, you know, in a smaller plate, which means that it's a smaller portion. Plus, once I see the plate that is getting, you know, empty, my mind is already telling me to stop. So I think, you know, there are good ideas out there that you can go ahead and do. That way you can eliminate, you know, overeating and doing other things that you shouldn't be doing. Okay, so like I said, you know, all this picture right here looks really pretty to me. You know, it's a whole bunch of fruits and vegetables. You know, I'm pretty sure they've been processed to look like this, but it is very appetizing. But at the same time, you know, these foods can get expensive. You know, and like I said before, if you don't have the income to get these fruits like this, there are alternatives. You know, you can go to right here in South Florida where I'm at. They have some new supermarket chains like Aldi's and Publix, you know, and little some other smaller, you know, convenience stores where you can just go there and buy canned fruits. You know, they don't have to be top shelf fruits. You know what I mean? You can go get some Del Monte or some Goya or something like that, and eat that at home. You know, and just start by doing that. You know, you don't have to give it all out at first, but you'll see the difference. And once you start feeling the difference in your body after you start eating these type of foods and fruits, you'll be able to to tell yourself, you know, that you want to keep, you know, doing this and going on a diet, or you know, eating this type of foods. All right. Activities is also one thing that is gonna propel you to have a better lifestyle, you know, a healthier lifestyle, like activities, and I'm referencing to sports, uh, you know, sports, being active, let's say running, playing basketball, even yoga, even doing yoga, you know, has its benefits for the body. You know, you're stretching a lot, you're actually, you know, doing things that to promote a healthy lifestyle, and that's gonna pay off at the end. You know, like I was saying at the beginning of the webinar, I was in the military. I was in the army for 10 years, and we used to get up every day. You know, five days a week, 5 6 in the morning, do exercise, and you know, run during the whole day. You know, with just whatever, you know, whatever food we had, because we it wasn't a controlled environment. When you get out of training, you never, you know, you're never controlled anymore on what you eat or how much exercise you do. They only offer you, you know, the hour and a half hour uh, of exercises in the morning, and then after that, you know, you just go to work, you go to lunch, keep going back to work, and then get off and go home. So nobody's really supervising you. Nobody's supervising the way you eat. Nobody's supervising how much exercise you do after what is allotted to you. So it's up to you to, stay healthy. Now, once you go to army training, you go to different schools, you have to get in a exercise program, and they usually put you on a restricted food program, which is basically you only eat their food. You only go to the dining facility and you eat the food that is provided by the army or the armed forces. Um, and like I said earlier, it is a good idea and it is a good technique, to lose weight, to gain weight, to do all types of things with your weight. When you're doing exercise and eating right, you can do everything. You can use it for to gain weight, or you can use it to lose weight. But the most important thing is to always stay active. I'm 38 years old right now, and I stopped doing exercises for about 2 years, and I could feel it in my body. I'm getting older, and my body doesn't react the same anymore. I haven't been eating the way I used to eat before, so I can feel it. I can feel it inside that I'm not the same person. So I need to go back and start doing the things that I was doing when I was the healthiest in my life. At the age of 26 through 29, when I got out of the military, that's when I was in my best shape. Those last 3 years that I did as a drill sergeant, doing exercises every day and doing different things, and different activities, I was that was the best shape of my life. And right now I'm trying to go back to it. And I'm starting to eat healthy. I started going to the gym a few months ago. I haven't been able to run because my knees are shut down. Can't even walk. I can barely walk anymore. But I started going to the gym. I started getting active and doing things just to so I can feel better about myself and I can feel um, better as a whole. So doing exercise is always good. It's good for your health. It's good for your mind. It's good for your body. It's good. So you can just walk around, get up. I like, let's say, if you have to go to work early in the morning, just go to work. Once you come back at 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon, put on your sneakers, go outside and walk for 10, 15 minutes. All you have to do is do exercise. Just start by doing that. If you want to, go to the gym, play basketball, or get a Wii. They have that game console, the Wii that had the Wii Fit. My son used to use it, and my son was in shape. My son was in better shape than I was for a little bit because he used to use that. He used to use that Wii Fit. I think it's called Wii Fit. And even though it's a video game, he was still active. He was still getting on that little board and running on the little mat that he has. So I mean, it helped him out a little bit. There was a time where my son would only do like video games. He wouldn't go outside to see the sun. So we started to make him do exercise, and he didn't like it. He would like to run, but he would run for just 5 minutes, and then he'll say, "I'm tired. I'm not running anymore." So we went ahead and got him a Wii and got him a little bit active. We just adjusted to his needs, and it worked out for him. So, what are the benefits of living a healthy lifestyle? Like I was saying before, there's so many benefits to having a healthy lifestyle that you know is is sometimes it's kind of crazy to me to hear that people refuse to live a healthy lifestyle. Knowing that obesity is a big problem in America and all over the world. I was reading from the CDC also that adult obesity in the United States has reached at 33.8% over the past 20 years. So that's about a third of the U.S. population adults after 18 or older, and this number is on the rise for young adults. Well, not young adults, but for in childhood obesity, children and teenagers. The number is 12.7 million of these kids are obese and overweight, and that's from ages 6, I believe it said, ages 6 through 17 or about to turn 18. So that's 12.7 million of kids that are overweight in the United States. And that information ties us into the risks that are presented for being overweight or not living a healthy lifestyle. With that number of adults, being so overweight, that's basically how your children look at you, how your children, what are they used to in the house, so they might believe that being overweight or not being active is that if that is their lifestyle that they have right now, they might keep that lifestyle forever. The CDC also says that um, for people that were born after the year 2000 or from the year 2000 and up, there's a chance that they might not get to outlive their parents, and that is significant. My son was born in 2001. I was born in 78, and according to these numbers, there's a big chance that my son might not get to outlive me if he's not, if he's overweight or if he has any health problems, which he did when he was younger. He suffered from asthma, but and that's the reason why he wasn't doing any exercises, because his asthma attacks were so common and so frequent that he couldn't really do much. But after we got him to do a little bit of exercise every once in a while, he got used to it. He got used to it, and he started getting better with his asthma, and he started controlling his weight. And right now, he doesn't even have asthma anymore. He either outgrew it or just went away by doing exercises and living a better lifestyle. He was the kid that, we were so busy when we were in the military that we could only feed him, McDonald's, once a day, which is bad enough to eat it once a week. But if you're at that age and you eat it once a day, that is poison. So we decided to go ahead and change that too, from our son's diet. No more McDonald's, no more Burger King, no more of these fast food restaurants. So we started giving him fruit and making him eat healthier things. And that really helped him out a lot. But the risks involved in being overweight outnumber the reasons not to get in shape. They outnumber 1,000,000 to 1. You know, the risk to the reasons not to be healthy. Um, what can we do to to get our weight under limit and our life, in a better position? One thing that we can do is seek professional help. And professional help, I'm not trying to tell you guys to go ahead and pay $500 a month so you can see a nutritionist, or you know to do all these crazy things. Like, there are plenty of free resources out there. Like, I've been quoting this whole webinar about the CDC. The CDC probably has um, the best website when it comes to healthy lifestyle. And there's also a a whole bunch of other government free websites that are dedicated to fitness and weight control. There's this also called the fitness www.fitness.gov, which is basically the President's Council on Fitness and Sports and Nutrition. And these websites are free, and these are people that is in the government. These are doctors. These are the highest ranking people at their level in their disciplines that are giving us this information that we have in this website. So you don't have to pay out of pocket to go see a professional. You have professionals all around you. Um, all you have to do is go to these free websites and get the information out. Get the information. You have to do your research. You have to be active on that too. You have to do your own research. The more you read and the more you find out about a topic, the better you will become at it, and you will be proficient at the end. So if you will just go to these websites and find out what it is that you need to do, you wouldn't need to pay out of pocket to go see, a dietitian, or somebody that's gonna help you with food, or somebody that's gonna help you, you know, to get in shape. You don't have to pay no gym to go to, you don't have to pay no CrossFit gym, you don't have to pay no golf gym, none of that stuff. You can do all that stuff on your own. You have the simple tools. You have your hands and you have your legs. You can do 10 push-ups every hour. You can run 1 mile a day for 3 days a week, and keep going up and up all the time. You don't need to pay for help. You don't need to pay for help. Uh, One thing that you can also do is, try to visit the doctor as much as you can. Where every time you're not feeling good, just try to go to the doctor, to so he can give you some advice on what you need to do. This is the only person that I will advise for you to go see, your doctor. Your doctor basically has to approve everything that you do. When you're in the military, they give you a physical. If you don't pass that physical, you might not be able to go to a certain school, to go into a certain service, or to go into a given deployment because of your health. So always make sure that you go see your doctor. And if your doctor clears you to do exercise and do whatever you need to do, go ahead and start doing it, and you'll see the result at the end. um, our call to action for this webinar and for this campaign is basically for people to for you guys that are listening to me right now and watching this video, is for you guys to eat healthy, number one, stay active, number two, and above all that, always go to the doctor. I got that shit right there. Trust me, I am a doctor. Not everybody's a doctor, but the point is to go to the doctor, to go get checked out. If you're having stomach aches for whatever reason after eating certain foods, go to the doctor. Try to change it on your own at first. Let's say you eat a lot of fried fish or fried chicken or all these fatty foods and stuff. Try to change it. Instead of eating the fried fish, go ahead and bake it. Instead of eating the fried chicken, go ahead and eat baked chicken. Eat a baked potato every once in a while. You don't have to eat fries with everything. Get a baked potato, mashed potatoes. Change your recipes. Don't use so much salt. Don't use so much sugar. Don't use, uh, full fat cheese. Use fat-free cheese. Milk instead of using whole milk. Some type of lower fat milk. And that's my call to action. Eat healthy, stay active, and always go see the doctor. Uh, my conclusion for this webinar is basically, if you stay healthy and you live a healthy lifestyle, you will endure a lot of things. You will endure injuries. You will endure, anything. Your body and mind work as one. So if your body is healthy, chances are that your mind is gonna be healthy. If your mind is healthy, you might want to get your body also healthy, so you can be a better machine. We're all machines, I believe. Um, from our minds to our souls, we are machines. Our body is a big machine, and we need to take care of it. We need to eat right, we need to exercise right, we need to do all the things that will make us live longer and see our sons growing up, see our grandsons growing up. We need to do all this stuff in order to give them our knowledge. You don't want to die young and not pass any of your knowledge down, to the next generation. And that's the reason why I'm staying active, and trying to eat healthier and trying to cultivate that into my son. Because I want to be able to be a little bit older and live a little bit more. That way, whatever experience I get, I can pass it down to him, so that way he'll have my experiences and his experiences. And when he's older, he has his son or daughters or whatever it is, he can pass down my experiences and his experiences. And like I said, if you were born in the year 2000 or above, there are chances that you won't outlive your parents, and that's really sad, because a whole generation will be cut off due to obesity and not living a healthy lifestyle. All right. Once again, my name is Seri Rodriguez. I would like to thank you guys for attending this webinar and have a good day. And the next slide will be my references. They'll be up for about 5 seconds or so. All right. Thank you. Take care.